Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm excited because I'm going to share with you my recipe for banana bread. This is seriously the best banana bread I've ever had. I've tried several recipes in the past and this one is a home run. I know a lot of people have been making banana bread while they've been in quarantine, so I put in a little bit of practice and I came across this recipe which I tweaked a little bit, and guys, the end result, trust me, you gotta try this. If you're a banana bread fan, you're gonna love it. And if you're not, you might just like it. My cousin, shout out to my cousin, wasn't a banana bread lover. This recipe made her one. So if you guys wanna find out how to make it, just keep watching. All right guys, so we're gonna start by going over the ingredients. As always, I'll have them listed in the description box below. So what we're gonna be using today is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 ripe bananas. You want them pretty ripe so they're easy to mash and they have just more of that banana flavor. That's what you're looking for when you're making banana bread. You're gonna need a cup of white granulated sugar, a splash of vanilla extract, a 1/2 cup of sour cream, or today I'm using plain Greek yogurt. It tastes the same, it works the same, and it's a lot healthier. So that's my trick. And in here I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, and a stick of unsalted butter softened at room temperature. Today I'll be using my standing mixer fitted with my paddle attachment. If you have just a handheld mixer or you want to do this by hand with a whisk, it works fine. You don't need a standing mixer. I just have one, so I'll be using it today. And then you also need a loaf pan. Today I'm using an 8.5-inch loaf pan. I've used the glass ones before and they work just fine. You can use a disposable one as well. And I mean, the recipe has come out the same. The cooking time has been the same in both. So just use what you have on hand. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is take our bananas and mash them up. So I just place them in a small bowl and just mash them up with a fork. I actually love this recipe because it gives me something to do with my bananas before I throw them out. Honestly, before I was making banana bread, I threw out a lot of bananas. Like once they get to that super ripe point, I just throw them out. And honestly, ever since I started making banana bread, that hasn't happened. This recipe is so good that you don't want to waste those bananas. You want to use them for this. Now, once you mash up your bananas, they should look like that. Just mash them up. And now I'm going to add my butter and my sugar to my standing mixer and start to cream them together. So I'm going to set things up and I'll come back to show you. All right, so I'm going to get started creaming together my butter and sugar. So you're just going to add your 1 cup of white granulated sugar and your stick of unsalted butter softened at room temperature. And I'm going to cream these together at about a medium speed until it's nice and fluffy. Okay, so once we cream together our butter and sugar, we're gonna add our eggs in on low speed, 1 at a time. If you're using a handheld mixer, just add 1 egg, mix. If you're using a whisk, just add 1 egg and mix at a time just to make sure that it's getting fully combined. If you're using a standing mixer, you might have to scrape the bottom of the bowl just to get everything combined, but I'll do that a little bit later. Okay, so I'm actually going to scrape the sides of my bowl just because I feel like the egg isn't getting like super combined. So I'm just going to give it a scrape and make sure that everything is getting nice and mixed together. Guys, and I'm taking a little bit longer because I really want to go through the steps and show you guys. I have a little bit of a different setup today, so let me know which videos you like better. Sometimes while my son is in the background watching his TV shows or he's running around and playing, I just film and I do the voiceovers. But today he's napping, so I'm doing this setup for you guys. Let me know if you like it. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I'm taking a little bit longer doing this recipe because I want to show you guys all the steps and I want to be very detailed about it. But Normally this is a really quick recipe. So now that my eggs, butter, and sugar are combined, I'm gonna start adding in my dry ingredients. What I did was I took my 1.5 cups of flour, my baking powder, my baking soda, and my salt. I'm gonna add them all in together and mix them together. And I give them a quick mix with the fork before I start adding them into the mixer slowly. So I'm gonna turn it on low speed. I'm just gonna add in my dry ingredients a little at a time. And I mean, it's not a ton of dry ingredients, so it shouldn't take long. Again, if you're doing this by hand, just add them in slowly and mix just as you would with this. It's the same. Okay, so at this point our batter is coming together almost like a dough. So this is when we're going to add in our splash of vanilla extract, and then we're going to fold in our bananas and our sour cream. We don't want to overwork this mixture because you will get a different crumb on your banana bread. So we're just going to add in our vanilla extract, take it off of the mixer, and just fold in our bananas and Greek yogurt by hand. Just add in a little splash of vanilla. Give it a mix. So now I'm just going to take it off of the mixer. I'm going to scrape off what's on my paddle attachment. We don't want to miss out on any goodness. And today's Friday. Video probably won't be up until later this weekend. I'm going to try to get it up tomorrow. This is a great recipe to make on weekend mornings, and you can enjoy it with your family. It's also something really good to have on hand during the weekdays. You get up, you're getting ready for work, you don't have a whole lot of time to make breakfast. You can just grab a slice of banana bread and a coffee and you're out the door. That's what my husband does. And like I said, I took it off of the mixer, and now I'm just going to add in my mashed bananas and our Greek yogurt, which the recipe that I came across called for sour cream. I didn't use sour cream. Every recipe that calls for sour cream, I always substitute plain Greek yogurt, and it is absolutely delicious. I did the same thing for my cheesy quesadillas. If you haven't watched the video, I'll link it below. Instead of using sour cream when you're making Mexican food, use this. It's delicious and a lot healthier. And then we're just going to, let me see if I can show you. There you go. I'm just gonna fold it in. Fold it in. The smell, so good. So you just want to fold it until everything is combined. Like I said, don't overwork this mixture. My head is cut off, sorry. Don't overwork this mixture. Just fold it in until everything is combined. And then I'm going to take my loaf pan and I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of Baker's Joy. If you don't have Baker's Joy, you can just grease it with some butter, or you can use some Pam. Guys, and when you're greasing your loaf pans, make sure you get the little corners. This recipe doesn't really stick too much, but just in case, I always make sure that I get the little corners and the crevices so that your loaf doesn't fall apart when you go and take it out. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and I just wanted to talk about that. I'm about to put my batter into here, but I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and you have to bake this for about an hour. What I've found is every single time I've made this recipe, I don't know if it's my oven in particular, every single time I made this recipe, about halfway through, I have to go and give it a little look because the top tends to brown a lot faster. And when I insert the toothpick in the middle, the inside is still not fully cooked. So what I do is I put my oven at 350, I put in my banana bread, and at about the half-hour mark, I go in and take a look. If I see the top is browning, I'll just tent a piece of aluminum foil over the top, which I'll show you later on in the video. I'll tent a piece of aluminum foil on top, and I'll let it finish cooking for the other half hour. That's just so that you're gonna have a golden brown banana bread, and it's gonna be cooked fully through, but you don't want your top to burn too much because then you're gonna have that bitter taste. Nobody wants burnt banana bread. So yeah, that's how I do it. I don't know if your oven works differently, but just give it a look. Keep an eye on it so that you don't burn. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. me move you here. I'm going to just put my batter in my mold. And I'm going to clean this little edge. And of course, we're going to scrape our spatula so we get all that batter. Again, set your oven to 350 and pop it in the oven. Remember to check it at the half-hour mark just to make sure it doesn't burn. So while my oven is preheating, just a little side note, this recipe is actually for my Instagram followers who requested it. Yesterday I noticed I had 2 ripe bananas that would be perfect for banana bread today, and I posted on my Instagram asking you guys if you wanted to see the recipe, and you said yes. So this recipe is for my Instagram followers who requested it. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, go check it out. I'll leave it below. It's Whiskey Business 7. I post a lot more frequently there than on YouTube, and I ask you guys for your feedback, what you want to see, if I have any recipe ideas. I poll you guys to see what it is that you guys want me to make. So if you followed me on Instagram and you voted last night on the poll, this video is for you. I also mentioned that last night for dessert I made a coffee cabinet for the first time. If you don't know what that is, I didn't know what that was until yesterday. It's a coffee drink with ice cream. It's like a coffee milkshake. In the words of my husband, this is the best thing I have ever drank. I actually got the idea from another YouTuber, Emmy Made in Japan. I love her videos. If you haven't checked her out, I suggest that you do. And I got this idea from her, and it's so good. So I will be making a video to show you how I made it, and I have to do my husband's reaction again because trust me, I'm sure that he's not gonna mind drinking it again. So stay tuned for that video. All right, so not only did my banana bread finish baking, but my son also woke up from his nap right in time for snack. And this is what he's gonna be having. So this is how my banana bread looks. I took it out of the oven. It's a little flat on that side, but doesn't matter. It smells delicious. I used the Baker's Joy to grease the pan, and I haven't even run a knife around the edge. And look at this. Like, just comes out. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate it and slice it up. I would recommend that you wait until it completely cools before you cut it and serve it. I did bake mine for 1 hour, and at the half-hour mark I checked it, and I did need to tent some aluminum foil over it. So all I did was just take a piece of aluminum foil, fold it, and just place it over the top. Nothing crazy. I literally just tented it like this, and I let it bake for another half hour until it looked like this. I put a toothpick in the center, and when it came out clean, I took it out of the oven. I let it cool for about an hour, and now it's ready to slice. So I'm gonna slice it, and I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Let's see what my son thinks about it. Sí, come, es pan de banana. ¿Está rico? I think he approves, guys. ¿Está rico? ¿Está yummy? Guys, he literally devoured it. ¿Qué tú quieres? ¿Más? ¿More? ¿Más? Oh, okay. This is his 3rd serving. ¿Qué se dice? He says thank you. ¿Está yummy? Yummy. Yummy. Baby approved. Guys, the crumb on this banana bread is so moist. And it holds really well in a container. So that's what I did. I went ahead and stored the rest of the slices in a container, and I'll be putting the lid on, and it'll hold for about a week if it lasts, because my son already took another piece. I went ahead and paired this with a cappuccino. And guys, something that I do love about this banana bread recipe is how much the banana flavor comes out. It's a true banana flavor, and it's so good. Some people choose to add walnuts or chocolate chips to their banana bread. If you wanted to, you could certainly add that to your recipe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed spending time with me today, and I really do hope that you give this recipe a try. If you do, please comment and let me know. Also, let me know what kinds of recipe ideas you want me to share with you. I do have a very long list in the notes on my phone of recipe ideas that I will be filming, editing, and posting as soon as possible. But yeah, let me know what kinds of things you want to see. Also, let me know what you thought about this setup. I kind of liked it. Like I said, my son was napping today, so it was doable. Also, please ignore this mess back here. Who else keeps a bunch of things in their oven that they have to take out every time they go bake? You know, it works. So like I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are enjoying great food with your loved ones. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.